Hello there, Derek Armson here, and welcome to this quick Christmas video for 2020, and what a year it's been. I spent a lot of time and effort putting the SEO business back together this year and also doing funnel consultancy for people. And I think whilst most businesses survived the first lockdown, this second lockdown that we've got, and we're in tier 4 here in Hertfordshire, has been absolutely brutal. I've seen a lot of businesses go down the tubes, and it has definitely hurt my search engine optimization business as well, without a shadow of a doubt. So we're sitting here, Hertfordshire, 23rd of December, tier 4, can't go anywhere. All we can do is shop for food, and that's it. I got back from Spain a couple of weeks ago. It's much more laissez-faire over there, and we were due to fly back on the 5th of January. That's not going to happen. Our flights were cancelled yesterday. I don't expect we'll be back into Spain until mid-January at the very earliest now. So it's a case of everyone's life and businesses are being turned upside down at the moment. But it was interesting because we're going to go to Spain for 2 years, and we've been packing up a lot of stuff and getting ready to go. And I've been going through all my business stuff and deciding what am I going to keep, what am I going to take with me, what I'm going to put in storage, what can I throw away. And I have thrown a lot of stuff away. I've been absolutely brutal with it. But what I did find was some old newsletters from Stuart Goldsmith. He was a sort of a positive mental attitude, conspiracy theory, anti-government conspiracy theorist, who was flying around that first newsletter was from 1995. Not used to be an avid reader of his. I think he went on to be Andrew Reynolds' copywriter, if I'm not mistaken. And Andrew guards him very jealously these days, probably pays him millions of pounds a year to just write copy for him, and he is very good. But it was interesting that this first copy of the newsletter, and I'll read it out to you actually, because I thought it was actually really quite good. There's two things I've cribbed from this, just reading this quickly before I put it into a skip to take with me to Spain. He's saying he wants his newsletter to be the most interesting thing you read on a monthly basis. And he said, I want it to be the most interesting piece of mail you receive during the month. And I want you to devour these letters from cover to cover. Anything less than this, and I'll feel that I'm letting you down. Good point. You probably don't know this, but to produce such a newsletter actually takes an enormous amount of creative energy. In short, it's not something you can just knock out. And I found this in putting SEO Academy together. I wanted to make it the best SEO course I could possibly make it. And I had to actually put a big chunk of time aside to do that, and I'll come to that in a second. So he talked about why it was delayed, and the reason that it's been delayed is I wanted to give it my full attention. Well, and we all know this, being entrepreneurs, the day when I'll have unlimited time to devote to a project will never come. Now, if you think that, you're fooling yourself. You've got to get in and do it. And he goes on to say, everyone tells me that I'm a workaholic, and so I guess I am. And that means I will always be working every hour in the week, no matter how much of the green folding stuff I have. There will never be a clear period when I can relax and take a project at a sensible pace. So this realisation hit me after 2 years, and I said, right, I've got to get on and do it. And if you've been sitting on something, then you're never going to get that perfect time to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to make the time, and you've got to find the time to do it. But the other thing he says, which is really quite interesting, is he talks about world events that were happening back in 1995. Let's find it now. The rules have changed, but the game remains the same. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can never get more time, which is also a valid point. So that's why I've made a start on the newsletter. And he goes on to talk about the topics he's going to cover. It's all so world events are changing at an alarming rate. This is where he goes on to talk about world events. And I need you to keep in touch with it. I'm not being alarmist, but you need to take a stock of what is happening in the world. And he then goes on to say, it's not what's happening in the world that is making you or holding you back or making things bad for you. It's how you react to it. Now, if you think about it, I've just had this situation where I've lost a lot of my SEO business because people have gone bust, couldn't cope with the second wave. So what does that give me? It gives me more time to move on and do other projects. So the second message is, it's not the events that are the problem. Yeah, it's how you react to them and what you do with what those events mean for you. So that was just a sort of a few thoughts from that newsletter that I just happened to stumble across when I was packing things up here, which I thought would be interesting for people to take stock of at this time of year. And with that in mind, what I am going to do is I'm going to repurpose SEO Academy in the new year. And it's going to become an all-in-one membership site. So instead of having the option of buying just the normal SEO, the Google My Business and the Platinum, which is the update service and the special techniques and what have you, it's all going to be put into one. So if you want to get your hands on SEO Academy at just the $97 ticket price, then now is the time to do it, because the price will be going up on the 1st of January, and the new model will be in place the 1st of January. So that's just a little sideline, because obviously now I have a lot more time on my hands over Christmas. That's going to be my project, to repurpose SEO Academy and make it into this new slightly retargeted product. So that's it. That's all I really wanted to say today. I'm looking forward to going back to the sunshine. Look out my window today and it's grey, it's dark, it's dang, it's been tipping down with rain. My suntan's gone. The last video I made for you, I was standing on my terrace in Spain, I was all suntanned, and today I'm not. I'm looking very, very pale again. But we'll be back in Spain in January, as I said. So all that remains is to say, let's put this year behind us. The first 2 or 3 months of next year are not going to be particularly wonderful in terms of what's happening on the health front and with the pandemic. It's going to take a while for the vaccines to roll out. Maybe I've been told mine will be sort of April, end of April, early May time before I get my vaccination. But you know, make use of what COVID affords you. All it remains to say is have a wonderful Christmas, a happy and peaceful Christmas. It probably will be peaceful because we're all going to be in isolation here in the UK. And here's to a better and prosperous 2021. All the best for you and your family. Bye now.